So good day everyone. Together with my brother for today's video, we will going to share to you the 4 principles of logic. Number 1 is the law of identity, followed by the law of non-contradiction. The third one is the law of excluded middle, and the fourth is the principle of sufficient reason. So number 1, my brother Sam will going to share his understanding.
So, the law of identity, a thing is what it is, and that's it. For example, imagine a specific apple. It's that particular apple, and it's not only other apple or object. It is itself. Unlike other apple and objects, the apple is a singular individual. It is itself, which applies to the thing's own existence.
Okay, so number 2, we will going to proceed in the law of non-contradiction.
So the law of non-contradiction is the two propositions of each other are non-contradict with each other. So basically, if one is true, then the other one is necessarily be false. So it cannot be the same as two propositions are true or both of the propositions are false. So basically, as the example, a door can be open or be closed. A door cannot be the same time open and closed likewise. So as for that proposition, there are no both true or both false, or maybe in the middle. And as for the middle part, I would like ask to Ivan to discuss it.
And now for the law of the excluded middle. So basically, this means that there is no maybe or sometimes when it comes to opposites. There would be no either, is, or not. So basically, one example that I would like to share to you is this. A switch is either on or off. So as you can see in the proposition that a switch is either on or off, there is no idea that the switch is partially on or off. So that would be all for the law of excluded middle.
Okay, so now let us proceed on the last part of the principles of logic, which is the principle of sufficient reason.
So, in the principle of the sufficient reason is this very claim. It needs a good reason to back it up. One of the best example, as you can see in the PowerPoint. For example, the cat is scared. So, in order that we can identify that the cat is truly scared, we must need the backup or the strong argument, and that is we need to explain the strong argument. For example, that I can say that the cat is scared because I heard his noise, a loud noise, or either the cat is afraid because there's a dog.
Okay, so that are the all things that we have gathered during our discussion and our studying together with my brothers of the SJ Seminary. That's all, and thank you.